Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Halloween House Party. This is very much like the Holiday House Party that they also have on Disney Plus here. It's from the Disney Channel, and what you do is you get a bunch of Disney Channel stars that you will recognize that I do not. So, I didn't bring up the IMDb on this one because there's a lot of familiar faces. I recognize some of the actors from Zombies are in this. The Tordman kid, or is he in? He's got to be in Zombies. He's not in like High School Musical, right? Or is he? I don't know. Anyway, this is from 2020. So 2020. So it's right in the mid-pandemic. Mainly because you know that it is. And it looks like it was shot in a friend of mine's apartment, like one sequence. I don't know. Anyway, this one of the it's all just a bunch of skits, pre-recorded. It's not like Saturday Night Live or anything, but it really reminds me of Saturday Night Live. If it was for kids, it was literally for 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds. Anywhere along that range where they're not going to go into something inappropriate. Let's just say, you know that the skits are not going to slip into something really inappropriate other than just being gross. And Halloween is that season where you can get a little creepy and weird and gross, but not in the way that Saturday Night Live would normally be. So you get a lot of very young actors. Some of the 20-somethings that play teenagers are also making appearances in this. But yeah, and also you get Carolyn Ray. Yeah, Carolyn Ray plays Aunt Betty in this. I have to admit, I didn't hate this. It's a pretty funny skit. It's about trying to get on a group chat, video chat, with a lot of talking heads, and you get the one older person who doesn't know how to handle anything and throws on filters and just messes everything up and shares her screen, all sorts of crazy stuff. Again, it's not high-end comedy, but it's still funny. I know. Again, this is targeted to the 10 to 13-year-olds in your life, maybe, and younger. Anybody who knows who these actors are, the little ones, the ones who are between 4 and 5 feet tall. This was hosted by Toby. I missed his last name, and he's down at the bottom. He's the host, Toby Wyndham. He triple hosts this because he not only plays himself, but he plays his brothers who are crashing the party. Yeah, so in a multiple layered sequence that recurs throughout the thing, and they just cut away to different skits. One of my favorites that fits totally within Saturday Night Live is the board game commercial, Fire Locusts. Yeah, it's fairly dark. It's really creepy, and it fits with Halloween. But yeah, it's for kids, and it's funny. I know I keep saying that like I'm surprised, but yeah, I mean, being that a lot of the humor in Disney Channel stuff is aimed toward a younger audience, and I am not that. I am not that younger audience by any stretch of the imagination. And I don't know who most of these actors are, except for the adults. And I only know some of them from watching some of the Disney Channel movies, whether it's the Zombies or the High School Musical or all the other things in between. You get to see it. Chandler Kinney shows up at one point. I think she's one of the singer of, there's a music sequence where everybody dances around. And again, I said this was filmed during the pandemic. I don't know if a whole lot of people were in a lot of shots together, like a handful at best. It's really interesting how they shot this, because there's one shot where a monster needs to take an Uber to a new location because he's in charge of scaring kid, and he has an appointment to scare this kid. And the guy who's picking him up in the Uber, and he's all monstered out. He's got horns and green skin and everything else. There's one point he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to put my mask on." And he's just limply holding the mask in front of his face as he conversates with this Uber driver. And things go wrong from there. And also, one of the actresses you recognize, I don't know what she's on, but Susie Barrett. She's part of that I think it's an improv show where the audience votes on what horrible things happened to the cast members. She plays a ghost that's haunting a house that she's been doing it for 150 years until she meets the worst tenants possible, who are there because there's a ghost in the house, and they just treat her like garbage. And the way she sells it, it's the adult comedians know what they're doing. The kid comedians are also surprising the heck out of me. They're good. They don't carry it, but they fit. They know what they're doing. So yeah, I'm color me surprised, but again, I do not expect the Disney Channel comedy to really bowl me over, and I was pleasantly surprised at how funny this actually was. And you can watch just one or two of these skits here and there if you wanted to and get a kick out of them. Just replay some of them, and you might get a kick out of them. But it's only 23 minutes long. Yeah, it's a very short variety comedy show, 23 minutes from 2020. So that's all I got to say about that. Tomorrow, again, we're on that run where I'm still wearing the Halloween hat. This is my witch hat that I couldn't find my original witch hat, which I think I used last year. I don't know where that went, but I can sense it, but I just don't know where it is. So I bought this new one. Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. They didn't have it Jack, even though it said it was a Jack Skellington. Whatever, doesn't matter. Next thing we're going to watch tomorrow is one episode of Goosebumps. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been waiting for this to pop up in my feed, and it just hasn't. So we're going to force it. Tomorrow, finally going to watch one episode of Goosebumps on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.